Hey guys, what is up? Public here, back with another heroic raid boss video. Today we're talking about Volcoross. This is pretty early boss in the raid. I think it's like third or something like that. It's a really simple fight, to be honest, but actually, I don't know, it's pretty fun. So this is going to be another, we have a few of these kind of patchwork bosses in the raid. This is another one of them. It's pretty straightforward. The only kind of interesting part that's happening, the raid's actually going to be split up into two groups, and you're kind of going around the room in a circle. At least that's how we decided to tackle it on PTR. From a damage perspective, again, pretty straightforward, kind of patchworky fight. You do have a few mechanics, but to be honest, at least on normal and heroic, there's not going to be a whole lot that's forcing you to do a crazy amount of thinking with these mechanics. It's really just stand away from others and dodge the stuff on the ground. On Mythic, it does look like, just reading the dungeon journal, it's going to have a lot more intricate stuff going on. Like you see these fire circles on people. You're going to have to actually start soaking those, I believe, on Mythic as they jump into players. So something to keep in mind there. But yeah, otherwise, really straightforward encounter. You're kind of just, using your placement of mechanics wisely to make sure you're not filling up the room. And then eventually, you're going to have to soak these two massive puddles. I think the Dungeon Journal says you need like at least 4 people to soak this, I think. Otherwise, you effectively raid instant wipe to this. But you can see here, after that goes out, the room starts to shrink a little bit, and basically you guys are forced to move around the room in 2 groups. The reason why you have to move in 2 groups is he's going to do that big soak mechanic a few times, and you're going to have to be on both sides of the room for that. So we chose to split our groups for that. But yeah, otherwise, you play this like just kind of like a patchwork boss, and really that's all there is to it on this fight. You're kind of just dodging simple stuff, and it's just going to be another kind of single target boss. I chose to run standard single target talents, nothing crazy for this. Did not use Shadow Crash. There's no ads or anything, so it's your standard Dark Ascension single target build. There's no like damage amp phase either. We just kind of pulled the boss, lusted and burned it. It wasn't anything crazy. You can see in the footage here I did use the 9 use trinket, which was a little awkward to channel in this fight because it is such a long channel time and duration. I believe they are fixing that in a future patch, so looking forward to that. But yeah, not a whole lot else to say on this boss. Pretty simple. I'm looking for, hopefully Mythic adds some difficulty here, especially like maybe some health as well. It does feel like, even though it was heroic, we were getting scaled up. You can see we just kind of cranked through this boss's health. I know I was doing good DPS. I think the Outlaw Rogue before this was a little bugged, so they fixed a bug. They were doing way more damage than intended on single target with Blade Flurry. But you can see here, the boss basically dies before you hit what you'll call enrage. So basically, there's going to be you'll keep soaking periodically throughout the fight, those big, large soaks. I think when the boss's energy fills up, that like slowly shrinks the room over time. And then eventually, we did this on one pull where you actually, if you wait long enough, so we kind of just sat around long enough, he will eventually fill the entire circle with fire. And then once he does that, you effectively hit Hardened Rage, where he basically just kills everybody. So yeah, as long as you get good movement, you're using your defensives correctly, this boss should fall over pretty quickly on normal and heroic, and we'll see what it has in store for us on mythic difficulty. So that is Volcoross. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.